Cool. Thank you guys so much for being on our very first Challenger check-in. I think that this is a really, really valuable time, especially during this weird time where most of us are isolated, where we can just connect and talk about what's happening in our programs, because I feel like now that we've been doing this for so long, I'm going on 7 years of coaching and doing these programs. It's easy just to go in your day to day, and as soon as a new program releases, like you're just in it and just going through the motions. But I think that when you can tie it emotionally to what's going on in your life and kind of just look at it bigger picture, you're in it longer and your why is stronger. So I'm just super excited to get these back up and running, just because it gets us face-to-face time that we wouldn't normally get. So I'll go ahead and start. I am going to start 10 rounds on Monday, and I've been giving myself like some tough love talks and really thinking about kind of like what I've been doing and the things that I do to sabotage in terms of like nutrition and things like that, and kind of just getting to like the core of like why I do what I do. So I'm really excited to start 10 rounds, because I feel like when I do start a new program, I have like a fresh sense of like perspective as to why I want to do these things and get into the best shape of my life. But also, you know, being very careful that I continue to love myself. And so it's been like a difficult couple of weeks emotionally and just like everything that's happening. I was doing really, really well with Ultimate Reset. And then as soon as Ultimate Reset was over, I just like rebounded to everything that I was doing before. And I was just kind of like using the pandemic and the crisis like as an excuse and a crutch to comfort myself with foods that I shouldn't be eating. And, you know, because I always tell myself, like, even if the crap is in my house, there's always a better choice for me. Like, there is something that I can grab that is probably better for me nutritiously. So just kind of being aware of the things that I'm telling myself and what is the truth, right? So right now I'm telling myself, and I'm sure a lot of us can hear it, yes, we can give ourselves grace. We can, you know, make this pandemic and this shelter in place more bearable by having the treats and the things in your house that are going to comfort you. But you also have to come to the realization that if you are going to give yourself grace, you're also not going to see the results that you so want, right? Like you can't have one or the other. You can't have both. Balance is a myth. I think it's bullcrap when people talk about balance all the time, because for my personality, like, when is it going to end, right? So I had wine last night to celebrate a milestone in my business. And I was just kind of like, okay, but if I drink tonight, like, when is it going to end? And I saw this on a Rachel Hollis post where she was like, I see you guys drinking, but you also have to realize that if you start now, when are you going to cut yourself off? When are you going to stop it? And the same goes with food, right? So it's important that, you know, like, yeah, it's okay to give yourself grace. If you want to indulge in some takeout to support local business, like, you can give yourself grace. You can do things that make you feel good, but you also have to realize that you are not going, you're going to backslide on your results, and you just kind of have to know that truth. So that's my truth right now. I definitely don't feel as light as I did after the Ultimate Reset. But I'm not going to sit there in disappointment, because it's my truth. It's how I've been coping with what's going on right now. Mentally, mental health wise, I feel like I've been doing okay, with the exception of like wanting to eat everything in my house, because I feel like that's definitely tied to my mental health. But yeah, so I'm just excited about 10 rounds, and I'm excited to get everything in check. I've been watching a lot of the Ultimate Portion Fix materials that I get, because if you pay, so you can get the Ultimate Portion Fix, and then you can also get the monthly fix, where Autumn continuously makes new content per month, and she shoots it out to whoever subscribes. Hi, honey. And so, yeah, I'm just excited to get back to basics. Nothing new. I'm not going to be doing anything revolutionary. It's just honing back into meal preps and the Ultimate Portion Fix, and really leveraging the container system, because I do see success in that. It's just about doing those actions over and over where I'm going to see those results. So I'm excited because I see you guys crushing 10 rounds and it looks super fun. Oh yeah, side note, and then this will be the last thing that I say. Um, I did the lifting prep workout and like just the quick repetitions and like the minimal breaks, and knowing that you're only lifting for a 40-second block, like I was able to go heavier. And I am so sore like post workout, and I never really get super sore like as soon as I work out. So I'm excited. I can't believe you guys are already in week, what, 2 or 3? 3? And I'm just about to start. So I'm excited. All right, I'm going to mute myself. Sab, you want to go?
Yeah. Yeah, I think pretty much the same thing kind of that you were saying that you've been battling with is similar to what I feel like I've been going through. And I think a lot of like shame almost around like, you know, having a successful weight loss journey and then gaining weight back. But it was funny because a few weeks ago I did one of the Shaun T like random Shaun Week workouts. I think I did a few of them. And he was like, he said something about that kind of like made me feel like, okay, like I'm not alone in that. And, you know, I don't want to feel shame around it. So, but at the same time, that struggle between, okay, if you have this fitness goal aesthetically, I guess, and not just that, just, you know, overall health and wellness, then you need to pick one or the other. So it's like that balance of, because I've been at the extreme of like not wanting to eat anything like processed, like 100% clean, but then trying to figure out like, I don't think I want to do that 100%. I want to really get back to, you know, 90-10 or 85-15. And I think that just comes with being more intentional and being more of a planner, which I struggle with, you know, straight up. So, so that's where I'm kind of at with my nutrition. And like, I think the principles of 2B mindset are something that I want to rewatch. I posted that in the challenge group today because I think mine is more of the mindset that I need to reframe more so than the knowing what to eat. It's more so the mental aspect of it that I'm going through. And like for me, it's like the fitness part is so easy, and I wish that like, you know, you could just get the results with fitness, but I know that you can't. So I have to really dial in with the nutrition. So that's where I'm at. You know, and I got to be the example in the family. So I have to get more strategic about planning and prepping during these weird times where I can't do the shopping like I used to. So that's me. And I love, I'm loving 10 rounds right now. So that's all I got.
I'm like you, Sab, except I haven't done the portion fix or even mindset. I think for me, the smallest first goal is to actually be consistent with Shakeology in general too, because I find myself still staggering that. My sister and I share, because I think I told Camilla this too, my sisters are the ones that actually got me into Beachbody, but then they dwindled out of it, and then I suddenly became more involved. But yeah, with nutrition especially, I don't want to use the fact that I'm a nurse as a excuse, because I actually see my coworkers, they space out, you know, their meals too. I have one coworker who can't eat until after 11 p.m. You see me half the time, I don't even eat at work, I just snack. And then even now, even though you're never really supposed to eat at the nurse's station, now it's even more strict. So like even the people who ate at good intervals, we barely even get enough water. And you know, as nurses too, we barely either drink, sit down, or even use the bathroom. But even at home, I've been a little bit more mindful of what I'm eating, but it is hard. And especially with my parents who buy anything, or just even with my mom as a nurse, we just eat when we can. I've been good, at least with moderation. But with my emotional things going on lately, like yesterday, I had a true emotional breakdown. I was just gone, and I wanted to eat anything I could that I saw, but I was like, nope, I'm doing good. even though I do stand by, screw the scale, I do, check every so often. And I mean, I'm still the same weight right now, but I don't care because I feel good. Like, I'm surprised that I can even pull a double between lifting and kickboxing with 10 rounds, but I'm surprisingly not as sore as I thought I would be. But I love it because compared to Morning Meltdown, I feel like not loopholes or leeways, but I just feel more upbeat. And I think it's also because of my kickboxing background. Like, even when I pull the double of just doing 10 rounds and then kickboxing, it feels great. Like, even when I tell that instructor, I'm like, I don't know how I survived your workout. She goes, because you're a badass. And she's like, oh, tell me more about the program. And I just feel more energized. Like, even yesterday when I pressed play that second time, literally all the negative and just depressing thoughts went away, but they came back a little bit later. But then I told myself no. And I didn't sleep until 2 a.m. because that's how my body is used to. And I really wanted to snack on something. Luckily, we had strawberries. So I let myself have that little thing. But that's as far as it goes. I still have my 3-day refresh that I haven't done yet. Because like I was telling Camilla too, I'm trying to do it during a span of when I'm actually off for 3 or 4 days, even though it would be nice to see how it works with a night shift in between. But the difference with that is my schedule is flipped in terms of eating. So trying to plan that out well. But that's as far as my situation goes.
Thank you for sharing. So yeah, it has definitely, do you mind? It has definitely been more difficult because Ryan is the one who goes shopping. And so having to plan is like absolutely necessary. But Jojo, be quiet. But some of the things that I like to have on hand just to have, like, and I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do with them until I get them. I like to have prepackaged salads. So like those bags of salads that are like 2 servings each. I have no shame in buying prepackaged salads because then if I have like a protein, I could just use it for lunch the next day and just chop up the protein on top of the salad and just have it. So I like to have at least 2 bags per week so that I can at least have, like, if I know, I'm going to be making like last night I made beef stroganoff, right? At least I know I can have like a salad early in the day and have those. And then another thing that is taught in 2B mindset is snackable veggies. Select your snackable veggies and always have those on hand. I like to have baby carrots. I have big carrots right now because I'm going to make a Filipino dish. But I like to have like snackable carrots because then you could use those in your cooking, but you could always snack on them raw as well. And then, I mean, always have your spinach, right? Like, I think my focus this week is definitely going to be just making sure I get all my greens in during the week, because I notice that I do lose the most weight when I do eat all of my greens. So I'm also going to maybe do a couple of Ultimate Reset recipes just so that I can for sure know I'm getting those in. And also I'm going to order some Power Greens because I realized during the Ultimate Reset how amazing the Power Greens made me feel. So I can add those to my Shakeology or even shoot it like in just a little bit of water in the afternoon, because I did feel like I loved the way I felt drinking Power Greens. I think that was my favorite part of the Ultimate Reset, even if it doesn't taste the best. It tastes like seaweed water, but I just felt like the benefits from it. So it sounds like everyone can use a little bit of meal prep in their life. It sounds like we all know where we are struggling, and we all know where there are areas for improvement. So all we can do is get 1 degree better in this coming week, and then get 1 degree better in the next week, and take it day by day, because this is not a quick fix, my friends. We're in a very crazy crisis state that we're going to be talking about until we're old, saggy ladies. And yeah, I think right now everybody is just in survival mode. Nobody can be at the grocery store buying hella ingredients right now. So just do the best you freaking can and crush your workouts and love yourself during it. I think that that is a really important thing. Is this is your journey. This is your life. We're just all here trying to survive, and the thriving, we can also thrive in the self-love aspect and everything else. But yeah, just give yourself grace. And I know that this coming week, I'm so excited to be there doing 10 rounds with you guys. Ooh, and one of the workouts I did, girl, Joel winked at the camera and I was like, I was never super thirsty for him, like in even Core de Force or Lift 4, but something about this program, I think it's the lighting. I don't know, but he's so cute. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on this call. I am going to dive into my Ultimate Portion Fix and my monthly Portion Fix materials, taking notes like crazy, and everything, like my plan of action is everything that I have that is a teachable moment, I am going to relate to you guys, because I feel like this is something that is echoed in every single challenge group I do. It's the nutrition part. And so I really want to take the focus from it being just our workout selfies and us posting our Shakeology, just more engagement. That's why I started posting those color-coded things every day. I have like 50 of those in rotation that I'm going to change day to day, just so that I can hear from you guys, because you two are very active in the group, but there's a lot of people who just go in there and they post and don't post to the feed. They just kind of post and let me know that they did their workouts. But I'd love for this to just evolve and grow, and we just have an incredible challenge group culture that attracts more and more women who need this in their life, because I think everyone needs it, but we just need to be more proud and like know that we have such a gift in our community, because I know you guys know that, but we need everybody to know that. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Sabrina, you do your To Be Mindset thing. I'll be over here, Ultimate Portion Fix, and we will be sharing the knowledge that we learn in hopes that it helps you guys too. So I love you guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you in the My Challenge Tracker app. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye, guys.
Happy early Easter.
Thank you too.